Good morning, Jamaica. Good morning to our friends watching on onespotmedia.com. This is Smile Jamaica, the greatest morning show in the world. I want to say good morning to all the little children waking up this morning. I hope you're not late for school. Stick and stay and listen to this interview off the shelf. As a mommy that has children and young children, I'm excited about this interview. He's not a stranger to the Smile stage. He is the author of the Bintah series, Ihenyen Ejodame. How are you?
I'm fine. Good to see you again.
Good to see you again. Last time you came on our set, you had how many books? Two?
I had two books. I had Meet Bintah and Bintah Takes a Trip.
Yes.
And you read one of the stories here.
Yes.
And
I bought about 20 books.
Thank you. And you did a lot of promotion for me, which was good. We have two more books now. Bintah and the Hungry Giants and Bintah Takes a Trip. The demand for Bintah has been growing. A lot of people have been talking about Bintah. So we've been deciding to bring out more and more books, you know, with the demand coming in.
Can I just say congratulations?
Thank you so much. Say high five.
High five. Okay. I know you're doing great things and you have a lot of plans in store for Bintah and the growth of this series.
Yes.
But let's go into the 4 books. Tell me a little bit about each one.
All right, so I first wrote Meet Bintah. That was the first of my series. That was to kind of introduce people to the character Bintah and her friends. You know, kind of like a simple understanding of her and her world and her, you know, where she lives and things like that.
Who is she?
Bintah is, I would say, an Afro-Caribbean character. You know, she's a mixture of, because I'm half Nigerian, half Jamaican. So a lot of my stories is a mixture of my African upbringing and my Jamaican upbringing. You know, some of the stories my mom told me about Jamaica. So Bintah is on an island called Spring Island. So it's kind of like Jamaica. It's a Caribbean island. So it's something that I know that will relate to kids in the Caribbean as well as in Africa. So I created another one called Bintah Takes a Trip. This is where Bintah goes with her friend, Oni, on an adventure to help a unicorn find his parents. But the idea of this book is to teach kids how to count without them necessarily knowing. A lot of times kids see the A for apple, you know, basic books, and it gets a little boring for them. But the idea of this book is create something with adventure, but at the same time, there's education to it. I have one called Bintah, How Bintah Got Her Jewels. And this was the first book I wrote before Carlong decided to do a deal with me.
Which is your publisher?
Yes, which is my publisher. And the reason why I think they liked this story a lot was because it talked about morals. The whole idea of why Bintah got those jewels on her shell is because she helped an old lady out of the mud. Beautiful story. So it's all about morals, it's all about love, it's all about sacrificing, because she had something to do in school and she sacrificed that to help this lady out of the mud. So this was the first story, I think, that made Carlong really want to work with me.
Yes.
Now I have one more called Bintah and the Hungry Giants.
Yes.
Your son would definitely like this.
Oh, yes.
This is a good mixture of different genders. So it's all of her friends going to this island by themselves and they meet some mysterious giants. So it has a lot of adventure, but there's also a moral to the story of all of my books. So that's the essence of my books. Have adventure, have education, as well as have a good moral to the story. Right,
and at the end, page 32, you have a word list so they can read the words.
We have a word list. They can learn to spell. And one thing that is very unique about my book is when I talk to a lot of parents, they always say to me, well, some of the words are a little bit too big for my kids. And I say, why do you limit your child? When you look at spelling bee competitions, so for instance, you see a lot of these young kids spelling, you know, things that I can't spell. So why limit your child? Why not give your child an opportunity to see a big word and learn it and think beyond, you know, their own boundaries?
Oh, of course. I mean, my son is 6, and I can tell you he will be able to read every word.
Which is good.
Never limit your child, I agree. Now, let me hear a little bit about... let me show off the words in this book, because, you know, and who do you cater to? Tell me the age group.
I would say from 1 to like 12. Why I say that is, the reason why I wrote these Bintah books in the first place is there was a 10-year-old boy in Brownstown who couldn't read.
Yes.
And his mom always wanted him to read, and he couldn't read. But this guy was great with making trucks and planes. He was an intelligent boy, but he just didn't like the basic books that he read. And I said, okay, what am I going to write for this boy that is going to make him want to read books but enjoy it at the same time.
Yes.
So to me, it caters to any child that likes adventure, any child that wants to learn new things.
Oh, that's my kid.
You know, it caters for, and it caters to both genders. It's not specific to just Bintah. You have a lot of male characters as well.
And I love what you're doing with the characters. Children
Thank
love
you.
animals.
Yes.
And I love the fact that the people in them black. They're black like me and you, and we're Pickney.
Yes.
And that's very important.
Yes.
We say representation matters.
Yes.
So why don't you tell me a little bit about infusing the African, or should I say the Nigerian culture with the Jamaican culture?
With turtles in Nigeria, a lot of times turtles have always been a symbolism of smart characters, intelligent characters. So I guess that was the first thought process for me. Bintah being a turtle obviously is something that a lot of African tales are all about. Every African tale always has a moral to the story. You know, if you do this, these are the consequences. Right? So that is kind of like my African side of it. The Caribbean or the Jamaican side of it is, it has to do with the weather, the nature, the beaches, as well as the food. You know, Jamaica is very unique when it comes to culture. I think Jamaicans are one of the most intelligent people I've met.
Well, you know,
in terms
well,
of
you know,
everything.
if you're talking about me, I'm Igbo. I'm from the Nigerian Igbo.
No, I don't think you're Igbo.
I am Igbo.
I think you're from my tribe.
No, I'm not. I'm Igbo.
I think you're from my tribe.
I trace my history.
You look totally like my sister.
What
for
is
real.
your tribe?
It's called Ishan. It's
Ishan.
a small tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you totally look like my sister.
I know you want to claim me, but I'm Igbo.
Know.
I'm Igbo.
Okay.
And most of us are actually Nigerian as well.
Yes, a lot of people.
So them say.
A lot of people.
So, Howard, you know, I love this because we don't hear enough of our African stories in children's books.
Right.
So I want to congratulate you and thank you.
Thank you so much.
For the experience. And how much for one of these books?
$9.50 for this one. You can buy it in all Sangster's bookstores, all Kingston bookstores, and all major bookstores island-wide.
Yes.
It sells in my resort, Jewel Runaway Bay as well.
Okay.
Before, you know, I want to say something though.
Please.
A lot of times, there are a lot of people who want to create ideas, create dreams, pursue their goals, and they don't really have the opportunity. And I always tell them, just go for your goals. It doesn't matter how. Just keep pushing. How do you do it?
How do you go for your goals? How do you produce 4 books in a series? There are a lot of people out there who want to release books, who want to tell stories, but don't know how.
Just first of all, just write. Write, tell your stories, show it to your friends, let them criticize. I mean, not those people that will tell you everything is fine. Show the people that will tell you, you know, it doesn't look so good, work on it, you know, improve on it. So, you know, always get feedback from people. I never know what you get from it, you know?
Right. And I know we have Bintah's in the studio,
The Bintah mascot is here.
Yes!
Hey,
so can Bintah come to our parties?
Yes, definitely.
Hi, Bintah! How are you? Bintah, how is your friend Tunde? I know you... Tunde's good. Oh, cool. All right, and hang on. Who else? Cookie the dog, and Cody... Oh, my God. Bintah and her brother Tunde and their friends are on their way to the harbor. I can't wait to go sailing with Cookie the dog and his big cousin Cody, says Bintah. Last on board has to pull up the anchor, shouts Mandy the mouse, running with her brother Maxie. They all race to the deck. All aboard, shouts Cookie from his father's boat. We can just go outside the harbor to see the dolphins. Pinky the pig and her brother Pepe?
Yes.
Waddle behind. Those mice always want to be first, grumbles Pinky. This is so cool. How many can I buy today?
If you want to get 50, that would be good. Hey, we have them somewhere.
All right. Let me buy 2 or 3 books, please. You know I love to support you.
Thank you. Yeah, you've been very supportive. Thank you to TVJ as well.
Yes.
Very supportive to you know, to what I'm doing. The Bintah books are very colorful. It's my dream someday to have Bintah in most of the schools in Jamaica, if possible.
Yeah, man. Minister of Education watches every Wednesday morning.
Want to have Bintah at the airport. You know when you go into the airport and you see so many signs. Yeah. You want to see a Bintah poster at the airport. So it's good to have.
I love Bintah. Yeah. If you could describe Bintah, how would you describe Bintah?
Bintah, I would say, is mischievous, curious.
I like mischievous.
She's somebody that likes to have fun. She likes to take challenges, but she's never
Bintah,
afraid.
we're going to have a challenge.
Okay.
Dance off. Go, Bintah.
Where's the music? No music?
No, we don't need music. And Bintah's African, right?
Yes.
Or Afro-Caribbean?
Well, she's Afro-Caribbean. You know what I mean? Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Give me talk some African for me. Not African. Talk some Nigerian for me. Tell me something in your.
But if you're Igbo, you should know your language.
I know my language, oh. I want you to tell me yours.
So what's God in your language?
God is God.
No, shame on you. Shame on you.
You know what?
God is Chineke in Igbo.
Chineke.
Chineke, so you've learned
And
something
in your
today.
language?
Osalobwa.
Osalobwa. Show me
Yes.
an Osalobwa dance.
That's a God dance?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Show me a
music.
dance in your culture.
Turn it louder. Turn it louder.
Up. This is African music?
This is not African music.
We'll
This is
make
like...
it up. Wow, Bintah.
You have to go down. You have to go down.
Shirley. Oh, that's Nigerian.
Then you have to do shoulders.
My dress kind of. I love you, Bintah! Give me a hug! Children! Buy a Bintah book!
Buy a Bintah book.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Ihenyen
Ejodame.
Ejodame.
Yes. Hey.
Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, $9.50 a book. Go to the stores right now. Shoulders. Go, Bintah! Woo! Woo! I love it.
Thank you.